Alright, we're live. What up, YouTube? It's been a while, haven't posted in about 8 months, but I have a paper to keep me on track, kind of rehearse a little bit, not too much. I'm gonna go into these segments. I'm not going to edit this video, so this is not going to be really fancy. I'm not going to be doing a lot of cuts, not a lot of visuals. Even though I am learning on Premiere, 2019 will be the big year for all the content releasing. 2018 I kind of just stacked a lot of content, and so yeah, I'm out here in my backyard in LA, Los Angeles, California. It's currently where I reside, it's currently where I live now. This channel was created at the beginning of the year, so for all my subscribers watching and everybody who's watching who's not a subscriber, you know, all that jazz. Either way, that's what it is. I have 2 videos up. This will be the last video that I posted, so a total of 3 are up on my channel right now. I'm about to set a timer. This video shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. Going to get real deep, going to get raw, something I've never talked about, something I've never experienced, and something that I never thought I would make a YouTube video about. But here we are today, 2018, anything's possible, anything could happen. I truly do believe that. So here is the timer. Let me see. Timer will go 10 minutes. Solid. So yeah, 10 minutes can kind of be a long time, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you are the person who skips through a YouTube video or watches it from the jump, either way, hopefully this really resonates with you. It's something that's been heavy on my heart, something I've been praying about a lot, and something that I really feel like I needed to do. So this is why I'm here and this is why I'm doing it. So we are starting the clock. We're about 1 minute and 42 seconds in. So yeah, my next transition, I haven't even stated. If you've seen the title, you know what the video is about, so I'm gonna get right into this. You know, the heart of the message is obviously depression. It's what I'm going to talk about. It's something that I never thought I would personally experience in life. It's something that I recently have experienced, and it's something that, you know, that I never thought would happen to me. And I want to talk about how real it is and how real it is in people's lives, in the world, everywhere, regardless if it has happened to you, if it hasn't, if you never think it will, if you think it's a real thing, whatever it is. So my main points that I'm going to hit is listed. I was going to list all the bulletin points, but kind of just going to go through everything. So I'm not here to get into my life story too deeply. There's a few people back home that kind of know my life, kind of know my testimonial, that I've had a real intimate relationship with and I've confided in. So shout out to you. It's been a blessing. You know, I'm the type of person, if I love you, I'll always love you. That's just how I rock. And yeah, so appreciate to all my real ones always holding me down, especially when I went through this and holding me down now. And so, but with all that being said, all glory to God. So I'm kind of just going to jump right into this. I didn't really know how I was going to start this, what this was going to look like, but I guess I'm just going to be raw and open with you guys. The last 4 months was the hardest time of my life. I could honestly say I was depressed, and which is kind of weird, knowing if you followed me, in life, I've been a very, if you know me in person, no matter through social media, however you've encountered with me, whatever experiences you've had with me, usually you would see that I'm a very positive person, I'm a very vibrant person. One of the reasons why I never thought that depression would hit me in my life was because I've always had a positive mindset, I've always had a great perspective on life, and I felt like truly the worst that's happened to me in life was already in the past. I really feel like the best is yet to come. I still believe that, but I really felt that there was very few things in my life that could shake me. You know, I've been through deaths, I've been through a lot. Like I said, I'm not here to go really into that, but nothing has shaken me for whatever reason than what I experienced these last 4 months. And I'm not really here to talk to you guys about why I was depressed, but here to kind of relate for those who have been depressed, that are currently depressed, and kind of just to be open with you guys. And you know how the year started, it was a great year. You know, I went to 40 states in 5 months. I traveled, I made a lot of money, I met a lot of people, I met, you know, my dreams, they literally became reality this year. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. So you know, it was a very inspirational year for me. That being said, the last 4 months again were super rough, and during those 4 months I felt hollow, I felt lonely, I felt weak, depressed, right? You know, that word that we're speaking so much on tonight. I just felt like a shell, a zombie, just flowing through life. I've never been like that. You know, I've been sad for a day. I've been sad for a couple hours. I've you know, kind of mourned on deaths or mourned on things for a while, maybe a day or two, maybe a week. But for 4 months, I really did feel like I was in a sunken place, straight up. If you seen Get Out, you know, y'all relate. Your boy is a photographer, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but you know what? And I'm just gonna get real with you guys and share some of these experiences. I remember during these 4 months, sleeping 15 to 16 hours a day, literally just asleep, because it hurts so much to be alive. And if you're watching right now, you know, we're 5 minutes in. Look, I'm here to tell you, I really do genuinely know the feeling of the hurt, just hurting. You know, we all lose things in life, and whether it's a family member, whether it's loved ones, you know, family member or not, whether it's actually losing your love for somebody, you know, somebody that you've been with, a partner, you're married, whether you're in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, just a friendship, whether it's your health, whether it's opportunity, whether it's your finances, whether it's, you know, etc. stuff, your vision, your ambition, your will. And I feel like all of that, an accumulation of all that kind of hit me during these 4 months, and it was a really dark time for me, and I didn't know how to get out of it. So I was sleeping 15, 16 hours a day. I remember waking up in the mornings like, yo, how, like, God, like praying to God, like, I don't want to be alive. Like, this hurts so much. Why does this hurt? I remember crying in the shower. Literally, yeah, crying. I remember just going out, walking, doing random stuff, just whether it was in a car ride, whether it was going to work, whether it was talking to my friends, just being desolate, just being in the worst state I've ever been, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and just being so shallow. I keep on saying that word, shallow and hollow. Is just like, I felt like I was an empty body walking around. And when I say shallow, is like I didn't want to talk to people, you know, I didn't want to be somebody that I wasn't. So it was hard for me to go to work, and you know, me being a server waiting tables, for the first time in my life, it was a hard thing to actually fake a smile, you know. And it was just like a lot, you know, some days it was genuine, but most of the times it was like, all right, I had to put on a mask, I had to go to work, and that's not me. I don't put on a mask. Like, I'm a real person every day. But it was a real moment. I had to put on a mask at work, you know. I had to be quiet to my co-workers, to my colleagues, because I didn't want to speak. I felt like it wasn't me, it wasn't the real me. So like, why am I going to give somebody something that's not authentic and real? Now, when I served my guests, you know, I had to dig deep. I would always pray before work and say, you know what, God, like, just use me, use this day, and let your light shine upon me, and let your will be done, and let me, you know, just do the best job that I possibly could. And God blessed me through that. So that being said, during this depression, one thing that I think is super key to do, whether you're depressed right now, whether you have been depressed, whatever it is, one thing that helped me was every morning I hit my knees in prayer. And even though it took 4 months to get out of it, every day, every moment, you really got to take capture and really take hold of any negative thoughts, even though that they're always running through my mind. The hurt was there, the feelings were real. I just strive to continually pray and give it to God, and be like, you know what, God, like, take hold of my mind, take hold of these feelings. Everything is to you. So that leads me into my next transitions. You know, hours in life, you know, they're hard, they're real hard. And me being a man who truly believes that I haven't taken, you know, too many L's in life. Now I have taken some big L's, but you know, majority of my life, I'm not a person who would identify myself as a loser. You know, I genuinely believe I'm a winner, and the reason why that is because I focus so intentionally on winning, and I feel like that's the difference between winners and losers. Yet why this L in my life was so hard for me and why it was so real was because it was a capital one, and it was a hard pill to swallow. So sometimes we have those pills in life that are super hard to swallow, and they might take 5 glasses, 10, 15, 20 glasses of water to swallow, but you have to swallow it. And for me, I hate losing, so it was so hard. It was so hard for me to lose at something and to know that I had something and I lost it, and it was because of me, and I didn't want to accept the fact that that's what it was. And you know, so with that being said, it's just like sometimes you do just have to accept the L's in life and not dwell on it too much. I know how real it is. So heal properly. That's my next point. I have like about 4 points to make, and we're gonna wrap up this video. We're at 10 minutes, and I feel like this is probably where we get real deep again. So if you are at this 10-minute point, you know, if you want to fast forward to this 10-minute point, however you got here, just some real stuff. No matter what you're going through in life, the hurt, the depression, agony, mourning, whatever it is, it's super important to heal right. And it might take longer, it might be something that you don't want, but at the end of the day, that's how you win. You know, if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through a loss, one from a family member, if you're going through a hard season in your life, it's easy to drown out the noise by partying, by doing drugs, you know, maybe smoking all the time, whether it's you know, you're just getting high and you don't think there's nothing wrong with it, you know, you're just ignoring the reality, or if you're getting drunk and you're numbing the pain, or if you're just out, you know, hooking up with dudes, hooking up with girls, whatever it is, it's important not to do that, because you know, I can honestly say I'm not a perfect person, but in these 4 months, I really felt the pain, and I really feel like God delivered me now, because I feel amazing. I feel completely restored, and in these 4 months, you know, I really feel like I took the time to heal properly and feel the pain, really feel it. I feel like, you know, when you get cut in life, you know, the only real way to heal, 10 minutes is up, we gotta wrap this up, is, you know, to clean out the cut, whether it's alcohol, peroxide, whatever, you know, washing it, heal it, let it heal, bandage it up, scar, stitch it up, and then you let time do its thing, right? But a lot of people, they don't want to go through that process. You know, they want things to heal unnaturally, not the right way, and then what happens? You know, you continue to get more damage and you do more self-damage to yourself. So, that being said, it's super important to heal properly. Sharing gratitude and accepting the season you're in, you know, that was a hard thing for me. I didn't want to accept the season I was in. It was hard for me to be grateful and thankful, even though everybody was like, just be positive, you know, there's so much of life ahead of you. Like, I refused to do it. It's like almost I put this like imaginary force field on, and I was like just refusing to just be in a positive perspective in life, and it was very hard. So just always just be thankful and share gratitude, even for the little things, because the little things add up. And then at the end of the day, waking up, if your heart's still beating, that means you still got purpose in your life. So remember that. And pray about everything that you want and desire, truthfully. I'm a firm believer in faith and firm believer in praying. Even though God already knows what's best for you and God knows what you want, He knows what you need, there's nothing wrong with going to Him about every little thing. There's nothing too small or big for God. Blessings come from faith and believing. I'm a true believer in that. That's why I'm here today. You're blessed by being alive, by your faith, by believing, and that's honestly where blessings come from. And so I'm a firm believer in that. God fights for you through your soul's confliction, and that was a real one. God will always go before you. He knows you're hurt. He's always moving in the background. You know, God's timing is God's timing for everything. So just always know that. Spiritual suicide, it's important what you import and you export. So just know in your daily walk, whatever you're going through, what you import into your soul is eventually what you're going to export. So you want to have a great value, and just always just feed your mind, your body, your spirit, everything, nothing but the best. Rely on Jesus, not on yourself. His talent will sustain you, so just always know that His talent is enough, more than enough for you, and He's already done the hard work. He's already died on the cross. He's paid the ultimate sacrifice for us, and all we have to do is accept Him and live within Him. So to end this up, and this on a positive note, I'm going to put some Bible verses that kind of helped me during this depression, kind of something that I just experienced about a month ago from a pastor out here in LA, and it was good. It was good. And ooh, dropped the paper. So it's from Romans. It's freedom from judgment. It's freedom from fear. It's freedom from discouragement. And you know, I'm gonna post these a little bit later. Got a little sidetracked, sorry for saying a lot. But ultimately, you know, 5 days ago I felt like I really came out of this depression. We're 15 minutes in. It is a little long. It is what it is. So all I know is hopefully the right people who needed to see this. You know, five days ago, I almost lost my opportunity here in LA. I was still kind of sleeping in, still being depressed, still not really being the best person I could be. And luckily for my brother Jacob, he kind of gave me a wake up call, and I feel like God really used him to speak through him. And it was something supernatural that happened. It was something that I couldn't break myself of the depression. Don't matter what was going on in my life, I was still depressed. I was still hurt. I didn't want to let go of something. I didn't want to accept the facts, and I was just in a depressed state still 5 days ago. And after the conversation that I had with Jacob, and after realizing something, and after coming to God, I literally felt all this negative energy, all this depression. I really felt something super spiritual just kind of leave my body, and I just felt all that love again. And so I can honestly say, you know, do your part and know that God will do the rest, and God will restore you in His time. And there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And if you ever need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Reach out to your very close people, to your friends, your family, the church, honestly. And at the end of the day, we're all human, so don't be too strict on another person, and be very, very careful, and just not only careful on who you speak with and who you confide in, but be intentional and always seek the best guidance. You know, I've always believed that if you want something, then you got to take advice from people who have what you want. Now, you could learn from anybody, and so never suck your own thumb, but just always pay attention to those who are successful, and if those people are willing to give you advice and to reach out to you, you know, they probably have something good to say. So always listen twice to what's being said. First, who's saying it, and then what's being said. So with that, I'm going to conclude this message. It was a little longer than anticipated, but I just want to let everybody know, you know, you could do it. You could literally do anything you set your mind to. No, it's cliche, but the only limitations in life is those that you set upon yourself. And yeah, I'm just thankful for everybody who's been rocking with me, everybody who isn't, regardless of what it is. If you're watching this video, much love to you. Shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to everybody back home. And yeah, let's make 2019 the best year of our lives. Let's finish 2018 strong, and looking forward to getting back on here soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go. God bless.